In the farthest corners of the universe, there exist signals that were never meant to be heard. They do not travel through space, they travel through power. In the absolute silence of the void, these whispers move not from star to star, but from one vessel of immense energy to another, seeking a host, a purpose. They are ancient, primal, and for eons, they have found no one worthy of their call. But today, a ripple of impossible green energy distorts the fabric of reality itself, bending light, time, and destiny. A signal has been sent, and somewhere, someone is about to answer. On a remote, barren planet, a lone figure stands against the desolation. Broly, a warrior of unimaginable might, his power contained, not by choice, but by necessity. It flickers around him, a calm green aura, a sleeping giant held on a leash of his own making. He throws a single, casual punch. No target, just an expulsion of energy. The shockwave is anything but casual. The very ground tears apart for miles, distant mountains splitting asunder under the force. He exhales, a quiet breath in the ensuing silence. Then, it happens. A low-frequency hum vibrates through the air, through the rock, through him. It's a feeling he's never known. His eyes, usually vacant, narrow with focus. This feeling, it's not mine. Suddenly, the world around Broly freezes solid. The colors of the bleak landscape distort and warp, the sky twisting into a sickly, emerald green. He clutches his head as a torrent of visions floods his mind, brutal and alien. A planet made of living stone, its surface pulsing like a heart. Mountains that breathe, inhaling and exhaling clouds of vapor. A sky filled with a web of glowing, organic veins. And in the center of it all, a dark, imposing shadow sitting on a throne of flesh and bone. An ancient voice, layered with 1,000 echoes, speaks directly into his soul. Broly, you were never meant to stay where you are. The pressure is immense, not from his own power, but from this external force. He drops to one knee, the ground beneath him cracking, unable to bear the weight of the call. In the sacred realm of the gods, Lord Beerus, the god of destruction, is enjoying his afternoon tea. Suddenly, his eyes snap open. The teacup, suspended in the air by his divine energy, shatters into 1,000 pieces. His attendant, Whis, who is almost never surprised, turns slowly. A rare, serious expression graces his features. That frequency, Whis murmurs, his voice laced with concern. It hasn't appeared since before the Saiyans even existed. Beerus lets out a low guttural growl, his feline features twisted in fury. Something powerful enough to wake him should not exist anymore. As he speaks, the green signal, now a massive wave of cosmic energy, expands through the void. It has found its target. It is locked on, closing the distance to Broly at an impossible speed. Back on the barren planet, the external pressure becomes an internal war. Broly's aura, once calm, now spikes violently. A raw, uncontrolled explosion of green energy erupts from him, a beacon of distress. He screams, not a cry of rage, but of pure resistance against the invasion of his mind. Get out of my head. His shout is so powerful, it splits the sky above him. The fabric of space itself begins to tear, a swirling emerald rift forming in the heavens. Broly looks up, and for the very first time since his birth, a flicker of genuine fear crosses his face. The voice returns, no longer a distant whisper, but an intimate command. Right beside him, come home. The rift is no longer an invitation, it's a vortex. A gravitational pull far beyond any black hole latches onto Broly, pulling him upward. He fights it, his massive hands clawing into the bedrock, his heels digging trenches in the stone. But the pull is absolute. The planet itself begins to crumble under the strain, collapsing inward as its most powerful inhabitant is ripped away from it. With one final, desperate surge of uncontrollable power that shatters the landscape for good, Broly is torn from the ground and pulled into the emerald maw. Then, as suddenly as it began, there is silence. The rift snaps shut, leaving behind nothing but dust and the memory of a godlike power that was just stolen. Deep in an unknown sector of space, the rift reopens with a silent flash. Broly is thrown out, tumbling through the void. His Saiyan instincts take over, and he quickly stabilizes himself, floating in the chilling emptiness. He takes a breath, his mind still reeling. Then, he slowly looks forward. Before him hangs a planet, but this is no ordinary world. It pulses with a slow, rhythmic beat. Its surface isn't rock or soil. It moves and shifts like living muscle. Its atmosphere is a network of glowing veins that pulse with a faint green light. The entire world feels alive. Conscious Broly can feel its presence, its focus. A cold realization dawns on him as he whispers into the void. This planet, it's watching me. The world seems to lean closer, its gaze fixed upon its long-lost son. Beneath its living crust, something titanic begins to stir from an eon of slumber. A shadow shifts, and deep within the planet's core, a single, massive eye snaps open.